Hey fam, big thanks for the love and support. Just keeping it real. While I work hard to bring solid NHL predictions, remember, the game's unpredictable. My picks are here to guide you, but always trust your gut and do your own research. It's your money and your call. Keep the vibe positive, enjoy the game, and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and donate if you can. All right, let's dive into today's NHL predictions. Today, we have predictions for 3 NHL games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Nashville Predators and Washington Capitals. The Nashville Predators are set to take on the Washington Capitals at Capital One Arena this Wednesday night in what promises to be a showdown between two teams on vastly different paths. The Capitals, boasting a dominant 6-1 home record, are riding a wave of momentum that they'll be eager to extend, especially against a Predators team still struggling to find their rhythm. Nashville has been plagued by offensive inconsistencies, particularly in away games where they're averaging a league-low 1.64 goals per game. Despite high expectations following their playoff run last season, they struggled to build cohesion on offense. Star goalie Just Saros has been sharp in the crease, posting a .902 save percentage and a 2.83 goals against average, yet he faces relentless pressure as his defense allows some of the highest danger scoring chances on the road. Saros's individual brilliance shines through, but he's been left exposed by a defense that gives up too many open looks, putting him in challenging situations. The Predators' offensive woes continue, managing just 2.42 goals per game overall and netting only 8 goals over their last 4 outings. Philip Forsberg and Ryan O'Reilly have shown flashes with a combined 9 goals and 10 assists, but the offense remains heavily reliant on top-line scoring, with only 4 players tallying more than 3 goals. Their scoring depth is lacking, which has made it easier for opponents to stifle Nashville's attack. Visiting a high-energy arena like Capital One may only add to their struggles. On the flip side, the Capitals have been thriving, led by a potent offense and impressive home performance. They're averaging 4.18 goals per game, with stars like Dylan Strome, Alexander Ovechkin, and Connor McMichael driving the attack, contributing 18 goals and 25 assists. Washington's offensive depth is evident, with solid support from Eliaxi Protas, Tom Wilson, and Pierre-Luc Dubois, who have combined for 11 goals and 15 assists, making the Capitals one of the more balanced offensive teams in the league. While Washington allows around 3.00 goals per game, they've benefited from steady goaltending. Charlie Lindgren has been effective in net, posting a .896 save percentage and a 2.70 goals against average, holding up well in pressure situations. The Capitals' depth in goaltending, with both Lindgren and Logan Thompson available, adds to their confidence in the net. Though Nashville has had success in recent matchups, winning 7 of the last 10 against Washington, the Capitals' strong start at home gives them a considerable edge this time. Momentum is a powerful factor, and with Nashville's offense stuck in a rut, managing 2 or fewer goals in 3 of their last 4 games, it's hard to see them turning it around here. The Capitals have scored 3 or more goals in 9 of their first 11 games, and even in a recent loss to Carolina, Washington showed resilience after high-scoring wins leading up to it. With Washington's depth and Nashville's struggles on the road, I believe the Capitals have a clear advantage. The Predators' penalty kill, which ranks at an impressive 92.1%, might pose some resistance, but Washington's power play at home is relentless and could prove decisive. Unless there's an unexpected shift in the Capitals' lineup, I'm confident that Washington will maintain their momentum and secure the win. As it stands, the Capitals look like a reliable pick to extend their home success. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The second prediction for today is for a game between the Detroit Red Wings and Chicago Blackhawks. As the Detroit Red Wings and Chicago Blackhawks gear up for a showdown at the United Center, both teams are hoping to turn around sluggish starts to their season. The Red Wings, sitting at 5-5-1, are lingering near the lower end of the Atlantic Division standings, while the Blackhawks, at 5-7-1, find themselves in a similar position in the Central Division. Despite the rough beginnings, this Original Six matchup presents a golden opportunity for either team to gain much-needed momentum. Detroit's gradual rebuild is beginning to show glimmers of promise, though their inconsistency suggests there's still work to be done. Surprisingly, goaltending has been a strong point for the Red Wings this season. Both Alex Lyon and Cam Talbot have been formidable in net, combining for a .919 save percentage and keeping their goals against average under 2.80. This reliable goaltending gives Detroit's defense some breathing room and has been crucial in keeping them competitive as they aim to break into playoff contention. Offensively, Detroit's mix of emerging talent and seasoned players has been critical. Lucas Raymond is proving to be a standout, averaging a point per game with 11 points in 11 outings. Veterans like Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane, and Captain Dylan Larkin have bolstered the scoring lines, providing the depth Detroit needs to stay in the mix. In their recent 2-1 victory over Buffalo, Larkin's 2 goals and Talbot's 31 saves underline the team's balanced approach, an asset as they face a Chicago team showing signs of improvement. On the other side, the Blackhawks are in a rebuilding phase, but have managed to stay competitive, thanks largely to rising star Connor Bedard. With 12 points in 13 games, Bedard is leading the charge, showing the poise and skill of a seasoned player. Although the team lacks depth, Bedard's performance and contributions from a handful of veterans have kept them within striking distance in several games. Chicago's goaltending has also held steady, with Petr Mrazek managing a 3.15 GAA and .906 save percentage, enough to keep them competitive despite defensive lapses. In their latest 4-2 win over Anaheim, Bedard tallied 3 assists, and Arvid Soderblom made an impressive 38 saves, giving the Blackhawks back-to-back wins for the first time this season and a boost in confidence. One potential hurdle for Chicago, though, is their weak home performance. With only 1 win in 4 games at the United Center, they've been more successful on the road, and going up against a Detroit team that's won the last 3 head-to-head matchups could be a challenge. Chicago's defensive vulnerabilities may open opportunities for Detroit, which has shown its ability to score away from Little Caesars Arena. Tactically, expect Detroit to play an aggressive game from the get-go. Raymond and DeBrincat's quick puck movement and precision entering the zone should exploit Chicago's defense, which allows an average of 3.15 goals per game. Meanwhile, young defensive standouts like Moritz Seider and Simon Edvinsson will aim to contain Chicago's offensive threats by blocking lanes and clearing the zone, keeping the pressure off Talbot or Lyon in goal. Given Detroit's recent form and Chicago's struggles on home ice, I'm inclined to lean toward the Red Wings in this matchup. Their balanced approach, consistent goaltending, and offensive depth give them a clear edge over the Blackhawks, who, despite Bedard's impressive start, still lack the cohesion to take down a well-rounded team like Detroit. While it's always a battle between Original Six rivals, the Red Wings appear poised to come out on top in this classic encounter. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Vegas Golden Knights and Edmonton Oilers. Tonight's showdown at Rogers Place promises an electrifying matchup as the Edmonton Oilers host the Vegas Golden Knights. Both teams are hungry for a win, but they'll each have to overcome recent setbacks to claim victory. The Oilers are eager to rebound after a shutout loss to the New Jersey Devils, while the Golden Knights are determined to end their winless road streak. The Knights have been nearly unstoppable at home, boasting an impressive 8-0 record at T-Mobile Arena. Yet, their road form tells a different story. They're 0-3-1 on the road, struggling to bring that same intensity when they're the visiting team. Defensive lapses have haunted Vegas in away games, with the team allowing at least 4 goals in each of their last 4 road contests, including a tough 6-3 defeat against the Kings. On offense, the Golden Knights remain a threat, averaging 4.50 goals per game. Key players like Noah Hanifin, who recently contributed a goal and 2 assists, and forwards Brett Howden and William Karlsson are consistently finding the back of the net. However, their power play has been inconsistent, converting only 16% of opportunities in the last 3 games, an area that has limited their scoring impact, particularly on the road. Vegas's goaltending situation adds to their road woes. Adin Hill, with a 5-2-0 record, has a 3.16 goals against average and a .874 save percentage, decent numbers, but reflective of struggles on the road where defensive breakdowns have left him vulnerable. On the other side, the Oilers have had a bumpy start to the season. They were building momentum with a 2-game win streak before the Devils halted their progress. Missing Connor McDavid, Edmonton leans heavily on Leon Draisaitl, who leads the team with 16 points, 9 goals, 7 assists. When McDavid is in, he's been a force too, tallying 10 points from 3 goals and 7 assists. Defensively, Edmonton has been middling, allowing 3.15 goals per game, but their recent home performances have been solid, with only 6 goals allowed across the last 3 home games. Goalie Calvin Pickard has been a reliable anchor with a 2.60 GAA and a .886 save percentage, which could be crucial in containing Vegas's high-powered offense. The Oilers have taken 4 wins from their last 6 games, showing signs of steadiness. Offensively, they've been effective, scoring 9 goals over their last 3 games. Their power play is clicking as well, converting at 20% in the last 2 games, a dangerous sign for the Golden Knights, who've conceded 14 goals on the penalty kill in just 3 recent road games. With Vegas's special teams faltering on the road and Edmonton's improved home defense, the Oilers seem poised to capitalize. Edmonton's combination of defensive tightening and special teams efficiency gives them an edge to frustrate Vegas's offense while finding scoring chances of their own. I believe the Oilers hold the advantage in this one. Given the Golden Knights' away struggles and Edmonton's recent form at home, I expect Edmonton to cover the money line. Their balanced approach should allow them to contain Vegas and generate enough offense to seal the win.